Hey, this is Wednesday, November 11th. Happy Veterans Day. Advanced class, because again, we're doing different things than the regular kids. It might be slightly confusing. So just make sure you're watching the correct class. If you're the advanced kids, enjoy our learning for today. We've already had a slight level of insanity going into things. I'm sure it's only going to get better from here. Technically, this is my reminder. Oh, coming up, you do not have an IXL this week. That is the good news that goes into it. The bad news is you do have homework this week, which is going to be the idiom thing I'm telling you guys about tomorrow. And so with the idiom sheet is also not due Saturday. So the idiom sheet is not going to be due until next week. So you're going to have some time before you have to really worry about that too much. The other bad news is you cannot get out of the homework doing well on the quiz. If you do well on the quiz, your only reward is being smart. I know, you might as well just drop out of school now. Like, being smart, what kind of reward is that? I'm out. So yeah, you're just gonna have to do the quiz for normals, and then the idiom thing is just gonna be a separate thing, and hopefully it goes from there and helps you out. So the good news, no IXL. Bad news, you can't get out of the homework. The other good news is some of you guys might actually enjoy the idiom, because it's gonna give you a chance to like make fun of things, and apparently that brings some of you guys happiness. This poem real quick. We went through Glove and Lion's poem, and we do the speedy revision on the off chance some of you guys slept. Who are our main characters in poem? King Francis, Count Dolores, the girl. What's in? The lions are not characters. Squeaking at me does not make them characters. They're still not characters. So you have Count Dolores, then you have the King Francis, and then the girl. And what's important about the girl? Hang on, let's back up. First stanza, what do we know about the girl? There's one reference up there that is underlined. Thank you. Count Dolores likes her. So that's the main thing we know from there. And then where is it taking place? And what are they watching? And we have this whole stanza was to make you think what? And what about the lions? That they're scary. And then meow, meow, and hiss, hiss, which then got you guys attacking me for random reasons. And then we got to, no, don't care about that. Don't care about that. There we go. What plan does girl come up with? Back in for a second. Why do girls drop gloves? By the way, I'm really excited because our weather is supposed to get colder coming up. I'm really hoping I see a girl at some point, like give a guy an eye and like drop a glove and be like, I'm bringing him back. And you make a TikTok about the fact that you like filming yourself dropping the glove and the guy like staring at you like you're crazy. I have a dream. And so she drops glove because she wants to do flirty thing. And then where is she going to drop glove? Why does she drop glove in arena? Because who does she love? First, not boy. Again, if you love boy, you don't chuck him into pit full of lions. Drop glove, then to there, and he does say, I'm not a wimp, so he jumps in, and then what does he do after he jumps in? You should not be quite so excited about smacking ladies. We're going to bring that down just a little bit. So glad we're recording this one. Smacking women. No, not the point of this one. But it was about the fact that she was, what does vanity mean? But what's important is that Brady was really confident in his answer. So some level of teaching is happening where even if you're wrong, you come at me with confidence. Yes, if you're vain, it does not mean you knock somebody out. There you go. I'm vain. I've yet to knock out a child today, but I've definitely already been vain and talked about myself and all of that. I mean, trust me, mentally, I've thought about knocking out several of you, but that's not quite the same thing. Mr. Brovia, can you move me up the list? Mine up. I do. You have to use your hand. Jay. That would be interesting. I think that's a whole different kind of slapping. All right, and then there. If it helps, there's directions right there on the thing. There's literally directions because every kid struggles with it, but it's like the best pencil sharpener, but you have to be smarter than a pencil sharpener. Why, yes, home children, I'm explaining to a kid how to use a pencil sharpener. Try not to be too judgy. Now we have a crowd of kids trying to figure out how to use a pencil sharpener. Have you ever heard the joke, how many advanced kids does it take to sharpen a pencil? We've just discovered in third period, the answer is at least 3. It's okay that he didn't follow the very first direction. It's all right. See how nothing happens? It's like there's a direction number 1. Yeah, nothing happened. Yeah. Apparently, by the way, the answer is 3 was not enough advanced kids to sharpen a pencil. Oh, I can't wait to tell this joke to my friends. So then we got the haiku. Hang on. We're going to make haiku disappear for a moment. With the haiku disappearing, let's see how much knowledge. Let's see how much knowledge is still in your head. As long as we do well, then we should be fine. 1, how many lines is every haiku going to ever be? 3. See, you're doing well so far. How many total syllables? 16. See, doing well. How many syllables in the first line? 5. Second line? 5. How many images should be created in a single haiku? You guys didn't seem nearly as strong on that one. And what should that image be about? Nature. See? All I had to do was hold the stick, and the knowledge just came right out of you. For a moment, you were sort of like, Mr. Broviak, 4 kids, Mr. Oh my God, pay attention. And you guys focused as soon as my hand touched it. I'm so proud of you. I did it. Jagger, the answer is actually yes, Jagger, you can in just a moment. Because Skippy, don't care about those, Let's go to battle haiku. And so let's get to the battle haiku on this one. If you would like to do the battle haiku, did we get a chance to this for you guys yesterday? If you did not get a chance to read your battle haiku and you would still like to do a tacky to gain points, I was going to give you a chance to do it. You're in luck. Apparently, young Jagger has one that he would like to share to do a tacky. Now, when you share here, Jagger, you're going to go 1 line and then stop, and then a line and then stop, so I can do syllable counting and make sure you follow directions. As long as you follow directions, it's going to get you the 2 B points. If you don't follow
mine wasn't an attack one, but
all right, that's what you have. All right, go for it. We have out loud.
Never mind.
That was a good one, Jagger. I like it. It was a very strong one. So, no, you've already, if you had a different Justin Bieber one, then yes. Evan, you have one? All right, hang on, Evan. Go ahead and rise up for a second so we can hear you. All right, go for it, Evan. We have. Hang on. BroviCast is dumb. Good start. He likes to lick his. Hang on. He likes to lick his bum. Wow. Hang on. 1 down. You guys are so attacky. Anyway, that was 6. Continue. Because he's not cool. Did you put cuz? Because he is not. That'll still work. Nicely done. You were just thought the other one was off. We're supposed to have a little less rhymey in it, but you can have as much bum in it as you want to. Just try to avoid the rhymey bits. Mina. All right. You're in luck. At the moment, most of the kids are lazy and only Joey is watching. All the other kids are hiding and playing Among Us right now, so they made it easy on you.
Video check.
You can't yell video check.
I'm
That's my
paying
job.
attention. I just don't have my screen on.
I'm not doing a video check. Happy just doesn't stop faster unless you want to put that into it. Look, you brought Jagger back.
You are annoying.
Hank, well, you are annoying. Good.
Student revolution rules.
Student revolution rules.
Yeah, you did it yesterday. You will regret it.
You will.
You did it yesterday.
Yeah, I know it's the same one. I'm not, that's not. You only get the 1 point. You only did it once. I just wanted you to read it. Mr. Broviak, I thought I could win. How's it feel with that student revolution? Student revolution fail. Jay. Okay, ready, Jay?
BroviCast is strange.
BroviCast is strange. Good.
This is a bit of inspiration, and that's not the line.
Okay.
He is a poopy turd rock.
He is a poopy turd rock. Okay.
He is an old man.
He is an old man. Nice one. That would work for you. All right. And
I want to read mine again.
is it?
Get a new one.
You have to have a new one.
Yeah.
Is it a new one?
Okay, let me make it.
Don't you yell at me. Okay, that's a start. All right, let's hear your new one. Hang on. Oh, sorry, Joey. It took me a second to realize why you were just yelling turkey at me, but now I figured it out. All right, go for it. As long as you're staying close enough for them to hear, you have to project. For the home, we just added Layla, who's paying attention also.
BroviCast is fat.
BroviCast is fat. He means fat with a PH. It means awesome. It's okay. Continue.
Mr. BroviCast sucks bad.
Mr. BroviCast. That's 7. Good job.
He has a bad name.
Mange? Has a bad mange. Eli seems really happy about that one. Well done, Eli. It's when your hair doesn't grow in well. It's like it falls out in patches. It's a thing that usually happens to dogs and apparently old English teachers. Yes, dear. We don't get points again. We already got the point.
I don't care.
That's fine.
I want to see him like.
Ooh, we added Shaver. Look, you guys are slowly adding children. We're paying attention now.
You can decide if this is about Bieber or you. He eats all the kids.
He eats all the kids.
Why is he allowed to teach?
Well, obviously it's not about why is he allowed to teach.
He teaches music. All children hide.
All children hide?
All children will hide.
Oh, all children will hide. That makes more. You seem really excited. Obviously, that was about that young Justin child. Yeah, you've already read your second one. I'm trying to buy Brady a moment who's still counting, but we're gonna have to move on. Are you ready to read it? All right. You read one yesterday. All right. Hang on, you gotta come closer so we can hear you. All right. IU sports is bad. He gets to have his opinion. They always get so lucky. They never earn that. Well done. So the rest will come back to again tomorrow. We have more learning to get to. Did you get to it? Is what? Yes. All right, hang on. Brady's my last one.
My title is called Self-Centered.
Was that the first line?
No,
No, that's not the first line. He's just telling you. Okay.
he annoys his kids.
He annoys his kids.
That beard is very ratchet.
That beard is very ratchet.
Don't ever come back.
Don't ever come back. Justin Bieber also. That one was also about Justin Bieber. I'm almost positive. We know that he has a beard now. And obviously, Brady does not want him to come back. He feels very strongly about it. If you've not gone yet, and you would still like to play Operation Attacking Me, we will give you a chance tomorrow. Blue children, you'll be here to attack me in person if that brings you happiness. Red children, you won't be, but you'll still get a chance. We're going to move on from attacking me to other attacking things. On handouty thing, you have, is it yellow or is it yellow? It's the yellow one. There's one on there called, it's a really short poem, but we get a chance to do a lot of talking that goes into it. It's going to be a poem called A Choice of Weapons. It's in the bottom left corner of page 3A. Bottom left corner, 3A. Apparently it's the beige one as opposed to the yellow one. So, anyway, back to poem. That was quite the fun interlope as we got to argue about things Mr. Broviak could care less about. We're going to take a look at a poem called A Choice of Weapons. It is all of one stanza. It is all of that one thing, but it connects well with class, this class, and junior high. A Choice of Weapons says, sticks and stones are hard on bones, aimed with angry art. Words can sting like anything, but silence breaks the heart. That's the whole poem. Step one, it's supposed to sound like a poem you've already heard. Do you know what this is an allusion to? There you go. That one that you guys heard when you were in elementary school and a kid would make fun of you and they'd teach you that like the adults, like, don't you ever know, sticks and stones will break your bones, but words can never. That's what it's supposed to connect to. The problem with this one is, does that work? Do sticks and stones break bones, but names can never hurt you? No, names hurt worse than sticks and stones. And that's what the whole poem is about. That even though they try to teach you that as a kid, we all know it is a big fat lie. So looking at here, this poem is teaching that there's actually tiers of bullying. And there's actually different ways if you are trying to truly hurt a person, here are the ways you go through it. 3 different levels. Speaking of bullying a person, yeah.
So does that mean that you have like no emotion left because of all the years of attack Haiku?
No, I had no emotions to start with. Those had no impact whatsoever. So on the first level of it, it starts off, sticks and stones are hard on bones, aimed with angry art. The very first level of bullying is going to be what kind of bullying? Nicely done. Weapon levels, level 1, physical violence. It is the easiest one to do. It's the one that just involves you going up and punching somebody. It is also the easiest one to heal from, as far as someone hitting you like that and kids bullying you. When they punch you, it sucks, but it is definitely like the easiest one to go from. If you are wanting to damage somebody more, you go to the next step. Not done. Next up, words can sting like anything. So what's your second level of bullying? Close. There you go. The mental connected to the verbal thing together. So level 2, that's my picture. Verbal violence. Making fun of someone is way more powerful and does way more damage to somebody. Because if you want to hurt somebody and all you do is go punchy to them, it's that they're like, well, you're kind of a jerk, but they move on. But if you walk by and like, your hair looks like a bunch of dead snakes on your head, how's anyone like you? And then you walk away, it's a thing that just sort of sits in you and it hurts. And like, oh, does it look like snake? And you just sit there and then for years later, like, remember that one time you said my hair looks like snakes in 2nd grade? I still cry at night. And so you have that thing that haunts you forever and ever. And it turns out if you really want to be mean to somebody, there is a 3rd level of bullying, which is close, not loneliness. There you go, Ava. Ignoring someone. 3rd level is where you just pretend they do not even exist. Because that's the thing where you see the kids like in the lunchroom, like, hey, can I sit with you? And they go, and they turn their back to you. You're like, like at least you're like, can I sit with you? Like, no. And they smack you. You're like, oh, at least give me physical contact. Or if you go, can I sit with you? Like, no, you're an ogre. You're like, at least you talk to me. If you go, can I sit with you? And they go, ugh. And they turn, you go, I have no work at all. And then you walk away. So it's the idea of there are different ways of hurting people and being aware that the words you say have impacts on other people or the words you don't say. I also use this in class, by the way, depending on how much you annoy me, I go through the different levels that are there. If you are the kid that just has issues, I can use pokey stick and just go jab you when you keep talking, or I can go jabby on there and just remove points. That is my physical violence to you, is going through removing your points. If you continue having issues, I go to level 2, where I have to openly mock you. What is wrong with you, child? Why does your mouth keep moving and you can't learn like other kids and not talk? That is my next level up. And you're like, oh, I should probably not keep talking all of it. And then when you keep going, we go to level 3, which is called banishment. And that is where I take a kid and you have to come sit over here next to me in my struggle town. Or if you've seen the kids that keep sitting out in my hallway during class, because that is my way of banishing them, because apparently the physical violence, I'm sorry, physical learning and the verbal learning did not work. So I went to the third level, which is ignoring a child and trying to make them more learning. Griffin.
I want to see. Yes, yes. My day has come.
So this is what's wrong with children. They're like, abuse me, abuse me. I've never been hurt before. So yes, if you need me to abuse you, come see me later and I'll see how we can make dreams come true.
Y'all are weird.
Why am I recording this class? And so maybe we should go straight to third level and I'll just ignore you. And you're like, abuse me. We'll just go from there. So anyway, I found the poem entertaining, so I thought I'd connect with the class and go from there. Then, I don't think I have this one on there. Uh-oh. Usually I try to be, hang on, is it on this one? I don't. Here's a bonus poem for you then. I thought I had it on the handout, but I don't. It is not. It's just a little quick one I found for you to make me smile if I throw it at you guys. So it's not on the handout I thought it was. I'm not going to put it on the quiz. It's only going to take us like a minute to go through. It's a speaker poem to see if you can figure out who the speaker in the poem is. It says, finding riddle. I come more softly than a bird and lovely as a flower. I sometimes last from year to year and sometimes but an hour. I stop the swiftest railroad train or break the stoutest tree, and yet I am afraid of fire and children play with me. These are trying to figure out some clues in there who the speaker would be. A couple things. Without yelling at me, making me go straight to level 3. One, you guys know what swift means?
Yes.
All right. And what? No, no. So it was supposed to pop that up first. Obviously, my computer hates me. So we'll just pretend that it didn't go in that order. Good job, Eli. So the answer is snow, because apparently sometimes technology just gets grumpy. Well, that was the whole point of the game, is I was going to have it be like trying to figure it out using the clues in there. And so you said an oven, because the whole playing with the children playing with me. Brady, is there a home life issue we need to talk about? My mom used to put me in the oven as a child. That's normal, right? You got no one else. So on here, aside from really strange home lives, what evidence in there would point to it being snow, aside from me messing it up and having the pictures pop up in the wrong order? Because life. Jay,
Afraid of fire.
how is it afraid of fire?
Because it'll melt.
Would work for me. The fact that it's going to melt. Amanda?
Why did you say it like that? I said,
I'm still upset with my computer, sorry.
but I felt like we stopped with the bird and
Nice enough. The fact it's all white and
I also
fluffy and
thought it
everything.
was goldfish.
And
That's
go-
what I thought. You should let me.
Well, one, I can almost roll with the goldfish and the children playing with me. But when was the last time a goldfish broke a tree in half?
Maybe it was like.
How hard are you throwing your goldfish at trees? Oh no, class has to end. By the way, to tell you guys real quick, and home shows the same thing. The next thing I wanted to get to is a poem called Spider. We're going to do a speed version of this poem tomorrow. This is the poem that is going to be on your quiz tomorrow. So if you want to look at it and ask questions, there's a poem called The Spider. That's what your quiz is going to be about tomorrow. So I was going to give you a chance to ask questions if you are wanting to. I am done on so many levels. I'm going to go cry in the bathroom. And now you guys can take off. I'll see you tomorrow. Go play in an oven. Whenever.